Damn, look at those fucking cheeks. Oh, shit, fuck, I wasn't talking about you, I'll just go over here. Yeah, but look at those fucking cheeks. But anyway, good day boys, Spartan5 here, back with another video, this time Daggerfall. A old as fuck video game that makes my eyes bleed. With terrible keybinds. I mean, look at this shit. I'm not gonna waste my time explaining it, just pause the video and look at this. And also, this is like the biggest the screen goes. This is ridiculous. Which is why we're technically not reviewing this version. We are looking at Daggerfall Unity. It's an independently made remaster made with Unity. We will also be comparing it to the second child our Lord and Savior Todd Howard has blessed us with, otherwise known as Morrowind. Now, you may be wondering why. Well, it's because a lot of die-hard Daggerfall fans seem to believe that it is the best Elder Scrolls game. I strongly disagree, and I'll be comparing Morrowind for using it as an example to why it's better. And it really all comes down to how the worlds are designed, how big they are, how you interact with them, how you adventure in them. So yeah, we're only going to be looking at Morrowind a little bit, primarily just looking at Daggerfall as a standalone thingy. Let's get into it. Character creation, a very important part for every RPG. Daggerfall's character creation can be summed up very simply. Get the ebony dagger. You see, when you're creating your character, you have to go for a bunch of shit, but all that matters is that you pick the ebony dagger. Nothing else matters. The ebony dagger is the only thing you need to make sure you fucking get. And short blade, cause ebony dagger is a short blade. Now, you might be wondering, why am I so obsessed with the ebony dagger? Well, there are enemies in the game that can only be killed with the ebony dagger, to my knowledge. For some magical fucking reason, they can't be killed with any other weapons. So the ebony dagger is your best friend. And I mean, it doesn't even do a lot of damage, it's only 5/10. That's really shit. And get this yet, during character creation, it is complete random chance if you manage to get the ebony dagger. And also, if it seems, to me at least, if you pick like warrior or a knight or whatever, you have no chance of getting the ebony dagger. You need to pick a more thief-like class if you want to get the dagger. And if you're wondering, I picked archer. Because, well, at least they can use chainmail, which, oh yeah, depending on what class you pick, that restricts your access of, like, weapons or armor. Which, I don't think there's any way to increase your armor stats besides, well, picking different armor. So I'm permanently stuck with, chainmail, which isn't the best armor. I mean, isn't it a great idea for an RPG to just basically lock you into just playing fucking light, fucking assassin-y builds? When you say you want to go for a warrior, you have to just play as an assassin? Isn't that just so fucking wonderful? Pick and choose how you want to play the game. Yeah, not in this one. Alright, not gonna lie, dungeons are the best and only good part of the game. Still doesn't mean it doesn't have issues. Like in this one, where the main enemy seems to be these zombies that can two-tap me. And this is like one of the earlier dungeons, I'm pretty sure. The balancing in this game, as you can imagine, is very bad. I can't tell you how many times I tried to kill just this one zombie. It was fucking insane. And it all has to come down to the shitty luck-based combat. So how combat works is, yeah, it's all a roll of the dice. So you see those percentages? That is the likelihood of me hitting something. It doesn't exactly look great, and these are some of my major skills. I mean, look at this shit. I picked the archer class, so you would think I'll be good at archery, but I like hit this guy like 3 fucking times, and I know all my shots are hitting because when I eventually just decide to stab him with a dagger, yeah, I check his inventory, and what do you know, there's 50 arrows in him. I shot him 50 times. They all landed, but only 3 of them did damage. Now, yeah, I know Morrowind has the same thing, but it feels a lot different, primarily because you're hitting them more often, and leveling up is infinitely more easier. Oh yeah, that reminds me, leveling up in Daggerfall is a fucking nightmare. You see, I leveled up a total of 1 time. I only got to level 2, because getting after level 2 is fucking impossible. You see, the only way to level up in Daggerfall is to fight things. And, well, when the level scaling is, get 2-tapped, sucked in, cringe, well, that's gonna be hard. Now, don't get me wrong, I love From Software games. Dark Souls and Elden Ring are like my top 10. But the difference is those, challenging skilled-based things, well, this is just a bad luck of the dice, because the combat is luck-based. Combat is really just such a letdown in this game, because, well, the dungeon crawling aspect is really good. I mean, it's the best part of it. Hell, the most shocking thing is it seems the Daggerfall community would disagree with that, and they believe a certain other thing that I'll get into later is the best part. But what really makes the dungeons like the best is the procedural generation. It's like a roguelike. You'll never have the same experience. It's pretty fun. But remember, this is still late 90s procedural generation. It's not exactly fucking Minecraft. Like in this one dungeon, I found this secret passageway, although it wasn't secret, because it still led to an area that I had to go anyway, and there was another path that led me to it as well, and this secret passageway didn't seem all that special. And also, these dungeons can be very not straightforward. They can be very maze-like and very fucking big. So I guess you could say we got some bad and some good for the dungeons. But what we're about to see is just objectively bad game design that will leave you scratching your head. So it's time we address the elephant in the room. That being how big Daggerfall is. Daggerfall is 161,600 kilometers squared. Now, if you're like me and you have no idea what any of that mumbo jumbo means, no need to fear, I have a size comparison for you. Here it is. I'm not joking, the UK is basically the same size as Daggerfall. And I don't mean like, oh, in the lore it's the same size. No, what I mean is if you were to somehow take the world out of the game and pop it on the globe, it'll be the same size as the UK. So now you must be thinking, well, if it's that big, there must be a lot of content, right? Right? Oh, there's no fucking content, is there? There's no fucking content. Oh my god, there's nothing. Alright, so here's the plan. You see that little dot we're pointing out? That's the city of Daggerfall. And we are gonna head to this other little village called Oxburth. It doesn't look that far away. Let's see how long this adventure will take. I hope in some way that made you understand my pain. The pain of holding down the W key for 15 fucking minutes. There's fucking nothing. No roads, no signs, no fucking people, no enemies. You won't run into anything besides fucking trees. There is nothing. It's just 100,000 kilometers of just fucking nothing. There's nothing. What were they thinking? Okay. Let's compare that to Morrowind. Let's say I want to travel to Cahul. Well, I'm gonna need to find signs on the roads to tell me where to go. Like I'm following actual fucking directions to find what I want to find, yeah? And there's enemies I can encounter on my adventure as well, so I'm not just holding down the fucking W key. And there's more interesting shit to look at besides the fucking trees. I mean, what the fuck even is that thing? Or what's this giant fucking insect that keeps moaning? And what the fuck is this thing? I mean, this looks interesting. Well, what could be in it, I wonder? Ancestral tomb? Okay, well, what's in this? We got some fucking zombies called bone walkers and some skeletons. That's pretty nice. And there's this pit of ash and skeletons that seems to be making these weird noises. It's like it's talking to me. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Can someone help me? And after all of that, I sort of just got lost in the wilderness. Found this camp, they weren't too friendly. Then I found this cave and I got into the fight of my life. Okay, look, this doesn't look that intense. But for Morrowind standards, this is fucking crazy. I eventually got out of that cave and I came across that village I was looking for, Cahoot, I think it was called. So yeah, you see how better exploration is in Morrowind compared to fucking Daggerfall? I mean, that was roughly in the same time frame as well. I just had infinitely better time. I mean, what are you even comparing it to? Fucking walking forever in a field of fucking trees, meanwhile adventuring ancient fucking tombs. I mean, fucking night and day. I mean, look at this. This is me running circles around a small village in Daggerfall. Notice how there's like no roads or signs or anything leading to different villages or castles? There's nothing. It's literally just a fucking group of houses in the middle of a massive fuck-off forest. There's nothing. Nothing connecting it to society or any connection that's in like a greater kingdom or anything. There's nothing. Fucking nothing. And I mean, even walking around the towns and the cities and all that, the NPCs, like, they do nothing. I mean, I know it's from the late 90s, but I feel like I need to point this out because the Daggerfall community likes to claim, oh my god, it's the most immersive, most spectacular Elder Scrolls game. There's nothing better. It peaked in the late 90s. Everything else is inferior. Everything sucks. Daggerfall's the greatest. Oh, Daggerfall. Oh. There's also like no variety. There's no other races. It's all just human. And this is like taking place in a multi-ethnic empire. There's meant to be fucking elves and other shit running around, but it's only humans. I mean, that's so boring, isn't it? Questing's also boring. You know what you do for questing? You walk up to some guild guy or whatever the fuck. You then ask him, oh, I want a quest. And he's like, alright, go here. And then I whip out my phone, take a screenshot. Why? Well, because our greatest game of all time, Daggerfall, can't keep track of your quest. So then you go to the fast travel thing, which, well, that's really the only way to move around. What do you think, I'm gonna fucking walk everywhere? And then you go to the place, you do the quest, which is probably just a dungeon, and then that's it. Anyway, in conclusion, I give Daggerfall a 4 out of 10. There's some redeeming aspects, like the dungeons, and the music. The music slaps ass, link in the description. But overall, the game's just garbage. I wouldn't play it. Anyway, that will be it for today. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, and there'll be more content in the future. See ya.